Let's move on. So, we stopped. I think I stopped maybe the last time with the eye here. So, this time, what we're going to do is we're going to uh, gently put some lines in with our pencil. You can use a mechanical pencil, though you just gotta be careful because the lead is usually uh, easier. The way that this is set up is easier to like indent the paper with your pencil, and then it's harder to get it out. So you can always just use like a regular softer pencil. But I just like using this because the lines are slimmer. So for me, they're easier to erase. But if that doesn't work for you, just use whatever pencil you feel comfortable. So I'm gonna add some lines here. And basically, this is going to help us determine not necessarily the length of the lines, but just the direction. But if you do have an animal that's like really curly, you might want to draw like the actual like length of the lines, or you might want to draw like the blocks. But with this little guy, I'm just going to draw the lines. So and then he has a little divot right here, and it kind of goes wee. So his hair comes up here, kind of curls a little bit, like right there, and then it comes up again. Right out of that spot and down. It's kind of cool actually. I'm kind of almost half tempted to um make like an outline very similar to this, no color or anything, just an outline, and then just draw the pencils lines. That's a very good idea. I need to let me hold on. I gotta write that down because that's actually a really good idea. Do I have a piece of paper over here? Yes. Okay. Uh, so let's see. Make outline, no color. With fur arrows. Cool. Okay. Got that written down, so I won't forget. Now, you don't have to do this, but this helps me. And again, I'm just like very lightly, as you can see, you can barely kind of tell. But then once I get um, more of them on there, it'll help. Okay, so up here is where it really starts to. I would just, when it starts to get kind of weird, I would just take one, kind of follow one line. And use that as a helpful reference. And you can see I kind of made some curves up here. So that should help us. Get just a little bit closer there. Okay, he's got some funky curlies up here. Okay, so that... I know I drew these lines up here for a reason. Okay, so this goes this way, and then it swivels. I I think that's kind of cute. This little guy's got some cute hair. And then it comes up. And then up, swivel. So he's got some little funky hairs going on there. And then this right here is just like a patch of hair. So I just kind of blocked that in because it's just kind of one little patch of hair. And then he has some right here. And this is kind of like normal fur. It's just going back in the normal direction. Nothing crazy. Okay, and then he has... You don't have to draw all these lines either. But if you have a very complex fur pattern, maybe drawing these lines would help you. Or doing like a block at a time. I I used to like maybe start with like the middle of the forehead and work my way out, but then it to me it kind of looked like a fuzzy flower. So trying to not do that. Oops, sorry. So that is the goal. Okay. And then now we've kind of met up with our other arrows on this side. So it's nice. Okay, I'll go ahead and kind of zoom in just a little bit. See if that will autofocus. Give me 1 second, I will fix that. I don't think I have it on autofocus, but I will put it on. Oop, it is on autofocus. It is just not wanting to. Okay, anyway, so I manually focused it. So here's all of our little arrows. But you can see how I already have some kind of form building with all of my little arrows, and you can see maybe there's like some ridges here. Oh, he's got like a little swirl there, and he has this nice little I don't want to say cave, little hill valley going on here. Hill valley. That's definitely not the same terms, but I think you guys understand. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do the rest. So I apologize if it gets silent. And oh, there's my autofocus. And I gotta sip some more. So usually on the weekends is like my only time that I drink like pop or anything like sugary. So like Friday mornings are my Starbucks day. I get me a Starbucks drink because I can only have coffee once because if I had coffee every day, I would never sleep. And then sometimes, usually, I might have a slight headache afterwards because I'm not used to drinking coffee. As like today's like Saturday, the next day. So usually 7 Up or something of the sort. Something with like lemon limey helps with headaches. And now that I've gotten out and seen the sun and my dog is happy and I'm happy and I feel much more motivated to work on my drawing today. I do typically listen to music, like I said, on music or kind of listen to reruns of shows or something, or listen to stuff in different languages, so I don't get caught up in trying to watch it But yep, we're just gonna add these arrows in here. And then we will go from there. This is gonna look so cool. I'm kind of excited. This is actually my first time doing the arrows on like a big piece. Usually it would just be like a small piece, and I was like, you know what? Today, for you guys, I want to push me a little bit more, and I want to do the arrows on it all. So, oh, and then once I'm done with this project, I do have another project. So this is for uh, I got into our city's art walk, so that's exciting. And I was like, okay, I want to make new pieces. I'm going to make a piece that I haven't displayed yet because I don't want it to be like, oh, I've seen this. Like, oh, yeah, I remember that was really good last year at the fair or whatever. Da, da, da. Like, no, I want people to know that I'm continually making art and it's not just like for the fair or just when someone asks me that they want something done. Like, I have so many ideas in my head and sometimes I just can't get them all out in a timely manner. So here we are. Okay, so the fur kind of changes a little bit here. Um, it was kind of coming down and now it kind of goes right back down, just right in that motion. So we'll make kind of one line come down and then there is this little just this little ridge right here. That is just so I don't forget that he has a little ridge there. And then this is all just this is gonna look so cool. I can't wait. I'm addicted to my pop though, so one second. Mm. And I do hope that this helps you guys, or maybe might bring a different perspective to how maybe you're doing your own art or reflect on your own. So I I'm not really a I'm not really a self-taught artist. We all have seen something that's inspired us to want to maybe try something different or do something a different way. And I think that's where we all learn. And then we get to share that. That's kind of like why we make art. Like I like to make art because I feel like it makes a reaction and everyone reacts differently and I think that's really cool. Like some people will be like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I can't believe you did that." Or some people will be like, "Hmm, I wonder if maybe they use something different." Or maybe some people might be like, "I could do better." There's the whole spectrum or just a appreciation like, "Wow, I really like that person's art style." You know, sometimes I think like, "Huh, how can I do that?" That's usually what I think. So So you can see the foal starting to kind of come to life a little bit. And then once you really get a good idea of the direction of your fur, you probably don't have to add too many more lines in there. So like I know, so the majority of like this hair right here is coming down this way. There's not really too much of a big change. And again, I'm not really putting a whole lot of pressure on my pencil. Like I discussed in the last video. Because you still want to be able to erase it. This is going to look so cool. It kind of really looks cool with all the arrows. Maybe I'll just like do the eye and then the arrows and be done. This is so fun. Okay, let's add some more up here. And then sometimes I get some that kind of go down, and then I get some that kind of have this little, like they are starting to approach something that is, has a little bit more volume to it. All right, well, we will figure out this hair and on this eye in just a second. It is wacky. And then this hair goes down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, you know, if you gotta sing a little happy song. I feel like I said I apologize if I get quiet, but here I am just making a lot of noise. Not sorry. Okay, we will come back to that eye in just a second. Later, I guess, not just a second. We'll come back to it in a little bit. Got little curves going on here. And then the curves go this way. Okay. So on this side, we can see some of the veins in the face. So let's see, we have one right here. So let's go ahead. We can see one right there. And there is one kind of right here. And then it goes up. I think I'm just going to have to pencil that in just like that. Kind of do some squiggles. Okay. And then there's one that kind of comes up that way. Okay. I think I got the majority of what I want. Alright, cool. I think my pencil started to get more flat as we went on, so there's more lead on the paper, but I didn't change my pressure from this side to this side. I just had more graphite to work with once my pencil started to wear out a little bit. Taking another sip of my pop. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna get my solvents ready. I just use mineral spirits. You can use anything that works for you. This is just what I have, and I don't feel like buying a whole nother bottle of something until I have used up my current stash. Okay. So just give me a minute. I'm probably gonna time skip this, but I'll probably forget where this is at in the video. Just like setting some off to the side. So when I'm ready, I can just stick it on there. Okay. And now that we know where our fur is, we're probably going to start with our middle here. Where did my little... Oh, there it is. I was like, I know I have a kneaded eraser somewhere. Okay. Now this is all white right through here, so I am definitely... I'm going to erase a little bit more. Now, I know it's hard for you to tell, but I can still faintly see my lines on here. Oh, I don't want to draw arrows, I just want to draw our lines. No, you don't have to do this. You don't have to indent. But I like doing this. I don't do it on all my drawings, but this little guy here has a lot of white specks throughout him. And just to make it easier to keep those white specks, this is what I'm doing. So right now I'm putting just enough pressure so that it will indent the paper. So if you can see, so this is like if I'm coloring, I'm pretty indenting this paper because you gotta don't poke don't hurt yourself. But that's how much I'm going. Sorry, I'm readjusting my paper. Sometimes it gets these little bubbles underneath of it. Okay, we are almost done with the left side. I drew an arrow. I gotta stop drawing arrows because eventually it'll just show up and I'll be like, where'd this arrow come from? Be like, oh yeah, I accidentally added that in there. Okay, I know you can't tell, so I'm going to try to zoom in here. Don't. There it goes. I don't know if you can tell, but I have. My camera's trying to focus, but I have all of the little dots on there. You can see them. Not the dots, the lines. My little indents. They're on there. Okay, gonna go ahead and zoom back out. Yeet. How did you slide? Oh, there we go. Wasn't that fun? Okay. Even though I have all of these, oh, I drew an arrow again. Even though I have all of these arrows on here, still looking at your reference photo is a good idea. You just really want to make sure that you're not adding anything random in there that you don't want in there. Or you thought maybe the fur was going one way and it's actually going another. So right now I'm kind of just working the top area here. Trying to be careful around this eye. Okay. So then once I get all of this on, we will start adding some color. So if I had a horse that was that didn't have all these white specks on his face, I would probably be skipping this indenting tool unless I had, let's say, maybe some like white freckles or something around the eye. Sometimes they have little I don't want to say bulges, but sometimes they have like maybe like little moles, like little white moles or something. But they're like fuzzies, so but they're really tiny. It's like just like where like the little hairs poke out around their eyes, and sometimes I'll kind of indent those just so I don't accidentally cover them up, and because then it's like really hard to lay a light color over dark colors in colored pencil. So the paper I use, I think I forgot to mention this in the last video, I just used mixed media paper from Strathmore, and it's just a good paper to get started with uh, and color pencil journeys. And it's pretty affordable, though I bought like their large size, they're 16 by 20, and I also have the smaller size for smaller projects. So went a little crazy at the craft store. But it was fun. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, because this is where all of those veins were. Now I can still see my lines. I know you probably have a hard time seeing them on there, but I can still see mine. Alright, that should help us with our veins. Go ahead. Alright, well, let's see where this gets us. Okay, so we are going to start with our cream color. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta do this little top up here. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Now we can add our cream color. So, cream color is... Now what's kind of cool about this is that I don't have my first like really light color, unless I'm using like a dark paper or dark material, I don't really have to worry about my light colors too much in the general direction. You probably don't want to go like this, but you don't have to be 110% precise. Let's see if I can erase that a little bit more. And then I am going to add, where did my white, oh, I'm going to add white in here just for the fact that I know that this is a white marking. And then as we progress, we can adjust the hue and shade and all that stuff. Okay. Ooh, my arm gets tired holding up. Oh, dang, okay. So I'm just going to use it over the areas that I can visually see that I think need this cream color. Okay, and now we got that. Let's add, oh, let's see. I think I'm just trying to decide, like I have my colors, I'm just trying to decide which one I want to do first. Let's do our Sierra Brown. I'm gonna go ahead and go with our Sierra Brown. And then this is where we kind of get to take a little bit more time. You don't have to rush. I think it'd probably be best if I start off this way. And I'm just lightly adding in this color. And I'm just trying to pay attention to where, like, so this part in the face right here is a little bit more rich than the part that's below it. So I'm going to move on from this part. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to add in some color over here. And some color on this side. Very light, right? Very light. Okay. Moving on. Start to see some form. And it comes together there. Adding some more Sierra Brown over a little bit on top of the nose here. Hold on, I have a little bit of pencil mark right in there. Got it. And I'm just gently going to let it fade into the muzzle, and then we will work on the muzzle uh, on a completely different day. So today is just going to be trying to build in this face little by little. There, this area right here is shaded, so I am adding all of those colors. Not colors, I'm doing a nice layer of this Sierra Brown. And then we're gonna go in some cooler colors later and dial it back. Okay. And then this eye over here needs a little TLC. And then we will do, I'll probably do this left eye once I get the face done. This is a weird angle. 1 second. All right, so we kind of have some form going. I'm going to add in, let me think here, to add in a little bit of light umber. And it might not be everywhere, it might just be in some spots as I kind of build this up. So what I look for is I'm kind of looking for areas that might have a little bit of a different shade, or maybe the color's just slightly different, and I'm just kind of going in and adding those differences in there. So you just gotta be able to see the difference in the values of your reference photo. But maybe you are going, like, let's say maybe if you're going for something really soft, you're probably going to stay away from very harsh lines or very strong colors. And you're going to maybe have a little bit more blending going on than if you're trying to make like a really harsh, edgy portrait. Then you're going to probably be using more solid lines, more pressure, and realism is kind of somewhere happily in between. Now we can kind of start to see that the colors are they're starting to get more and more, right? And again, I just want to be careful that I don't accidentally go over areas that I want to stay highlighted. And we are coming up to an hour. I do take breaks, and I don't know if I want to take a break every hour or not. I haven't decided. I do need a pillow though, so maybe on my break I'll grab a pillow. I like to usually rest a pillow up underneath my arm. His nose is so cute. Can't wait till we get to his nose. All right, now I want to add our black raspberry, and we're going to work on the right side. We're going to really start to kind of see the form come together here. It's going to start to come to life. All right, I need a itty bitty break. So I'm probably going to link 2 videos together and make a long video for this face. So, or it might be on a part 3. My arm is getting tired, so I need a pillow. So I gotta go get that and do some other things. But I will be back. So this, I believe, is a second video. There will be a third one, or they'll all just be smushed together. So whatever happens, happens. All right. Thanks, guys.